round of dice rolls and disappointments.
Yay!
Yay! That is the most like disheartened yay I have ever heard us say.
no, 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 no karma. Okay, ult.
Know what?
Why are you telling me no karma?
Cause you say stuff and then it's happened.
With me, it was usually like watch him crit, and then Chris crits his perception roll.
Yes, we need that kind of karma. Not.
Don't roll one.
Yeah.
I think it still thinks you're doing episode 5.
Ah, Shiza, that's right. I didn't change that. Fuck my life. Episode 6. There we go. If you refresh it, it should change. Should.
Okay.
Yay! Now it says episode 6.
Yay! We are Leaf.
We are
It's
Leaf.
constantly buffering for me.
Yeah, same here. But
Terrible internet. Onwards.
It should
lower
hopefully.
the quality.
It should. Hang on. It might be on my end. It sucks if it is.
Look, 90% of this show is talking, so as long as they can hear us, it's fine.
It is true.
I mean, it's just like sort of buffering in general with no.
Actually, Blue, you said that you've gone through like some of the past shows, right? Blue?
Hang on.
Alright. We can make sure things are up and running while we're waiting.
Hopefully the game won't try to screw us over like it did last time.
Yes, don't jinx it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll go back.
Yay!
Hey, Blue, you said that that you've seen some of the previous recordings, right?
Yeah.
And you said like during the recording, did the conversation came out like fully through, right?
Conversation was fine. It does get pixely and like low graphics at some point, but literally it's normally the same picture like 1,000 times, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, that works. Since like the main drag of the show is D&D, so it is just mainly talking.
Pretty much.
As long as
honestly, if you just get a picture of the world and put that over it, and then we just record the voice, that's all you need to do.
Truth. Like, there's always the very rare occasion when we're fighting, but okay.
Yep. Alright, so, anyway. Recap since it's been a week, I think.
Yeah.
Around
I
there.
think it's been a little over a week.
Well, you guys decide to go on semi-crusade to go and rid your neighbors of a cultist group, which resulted in you killing everyone in the town and burning it to the ground. In doing so, you pleased Chris's god, and he offered Chris a boon to help complete his quest to hunt down members of the enemy of the Templar Order that Chris is a part of.
Hooray.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Huzzah!
Chris was offered to learn the location of one of his 4 targets, and Chris decided to go on a risky, probably one more risky fight the group to take on a known necromancer who has asserted himself here in Menrith and is building himself an undead army.
We should kill him.
You know the location, but long trek. You have a few options on how you could get there, but in the end, you will be entering into possibly enemy territory. Especially Redden, The location that Chris pointed out on the map for you was that of the Dwarf Kingdoms, which your people are currently not so much at war with, but they've been raiding your
Housing
villages
their
and
shit.
taking people. Yep, they've been raiding your villages and taking people as to work their mines as slaves.
That's
And
not
one of the
very
reasons-
nice.
And one of the reasons you
What's
guys
down?
want to have good relationship with the Seotans is because they have a big, powerful army that you want to direct in the direction of the dwarfs and hopefully save some of your people.
Or at the very least, put the mines under your control.
All that.
Because minerals are very good when you want to make some cool gear or make some cool gadgets and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll be entering in. If you're going to follow along with Voxel's quest, you're possibly going into unknown and possibly hostile territory.
Murder?
Yay.
Look, if we come
But
actually
until then, you guys are. But before we get to that, you guys are still on your way back home after successfully burning down and killing the group of cultists up here in northern section of Menrith.
Yay.
You have decided to take your shortcut, which goes through the mountain rather than over it, cutting off a day's trip,
Lol.
allowing you to reach
Did we-
Farpost. You'll be able to reach Farpost by the end of the day instead of tomorrow or evening.
Lol. Woot.
did we end up coming across the observatory red pandas or?
I think we just.
You haven't left the lake yet.
Yeah, we're still at the lake.
Yeah, let's just.
You guys have just woken up after
Hello? Hello?
first round.
Yes.
Hello?
Okay. I think I lagged like really heavily in the middle of that. So the last thing I heard is you guys are still at the lake.
Yeah,
That
that's
was literally the last thing I said.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So yeah, you guys are woken from the lake, having survived your raid against the goblins who attempted to steal your stuff during the night.
I blasted one of the bitch.
Yep, you used your new moonbeam spell that you learnt to
Kill
disintegrate. Yep. Look, you're not one to talk. You waste your friggin' lightning breath you used your one use only lightning breath on a single goblin.
Look, I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting a fucking.
Weren't expecting
ogre
to
be
drown?
present. That too.
You're the one who wanted to try swimming.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move along.
But we learned a valuable lesson that swimming in this game is always bad.
Yeah.
Unless you have like the actual swimming ability based on your race. So unless it says in your character sheet that you have a swimming speed of 30 or something, swimming is always bad.
Yeah, that's why I plan on actually doing one of those bird people as a wizard, because he doesn't have to move much, and if he's in water, he'll do well.
Either that or be a lizard man, like Chris.
That too.
Yeah, and walk across the bottom.
Yeah, Chris, because of your heavy armor, you literally just sank to the bottom and walked.
So you
There was
can't
no
just-
swimming involved.
So you can't just raised me out of the ground, or at least raised me out of the water.
He raised you up.
Actually,
Sorry.
if I remember right, he just dragged you out of the water.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah.
But yes. You guys are free to act as you wake the next morning, gathering your gear and getting ready for the track back home.
Alright. Gathering up stuff and preparing to leave.
Ooh.
Now, if you want to actively try and bump into the patrol who are heading to the ruins of Falkirk, having seen the smoke from the giant fire, you may roll perception to try and spot them. Otherwise, you'll be going off their perception, which may not be too great, in which case you guys might miss each other during the walk.
I'll leave that up to the rest of you, since I don't really care if we
I
find
shall roll their perception to see if they spot you.
Doesn't Cole have a
No,
passive
they-
perception, so
Yes, I have a passive perception of 20,
Yes, but in this case, I'll have you roll because
and I don't really care, so we're not going off mine anyway.
yes, if you want to if
I
you're
spot them.
actively looking for the patrol, oh, you can.
Okay, there we go. Alt season.
All right, so Alt, as you guys exit out of the forest region and start heading through the plains, you spot in the distance and two people heading in your direction. Well, not in your direction, but in the direction of town, which is behind you.
What will you do, Alt?
And when I say two, I literally mean two. Out of the 8 possible people that observatory could have sent, 2 of them got sent. So that's what I rolled. Look, the guild does not have a large
were they
military
drawing
force.
straws?
They
Very
drew short
likely,
straws.
They were very likely the ones who drew short swords and had to go fucking trekking through the friggin' dangerous zones of the guild territory to reach town, see why it's on fire.
This town is on fire.
So, Alt, would you like to attempt to lead the group in their direction, or they won't spot you unless you actively go towards them? So, it's up to you. You can just have the group walk past them, or you could actively try to get their attention.
Should I ask if we should get their attention?
You could.
I asked the party if they want to grab their attention. I guess.
I don't care.
Bree just pretty much doesn't care either. she's just like, nah, don't really care.
Does Leona care enough to say, yeah, we should perhaps tell them?
You do know this is the one who probably would care the least out of all of us.
Right?
What about
Alright.
Sir Voxel? Does he care that?
Actually, question, Blue, what would be my history with these?
The observatory folk.
Yeah.
Very little because you guys are in different fields, so very likely you probably haven't even been to the observatory. You would know of it because it's one of the bigger landmarks of your kingdom, but very likely you've never been there or cared too much about it. Their focus is on star patterns and trying to discover and reasoning within it. Yours is more of a engineer background, based on tinkering and inventing new gadgets to improve day-to-day life, I guess.
So yeah, fuck them. I don't care.
Alright, so the party continues along. Ending up missing the 2 guys who will head off to Falkirk. And I'll make a roll in the background to see if they even make it.
Oh
Perhaps I
God,
should
did he
catch-
die?
Perhaps I should catch their attention.
Look, they'll go to the lake, they'll camp. I'll make a roll to see if anything jumps them. And then, depending what jumps them, is if they're going to make it to town or not.
That
Oh,
feels
that's
a-
true.
Would Alt actually
You're
like to
gonna
catch
die.
their attention?
I mean, they're still going to have to go to town unless you guys fight them. They're still going to go to town despite what you tell them. Because the fucking town burnt down.
That's true.
You're gonna die.
Unless you guys want to fight them and steal their stuff.
No.
I care.
No.
I
No,
doubt they have
don't
anything
steal their
good.
shit.
Alright, in that
Yeah, if
case,
they're
you
unhappy,
guys
so I
continue
don't think
along
anyone
your
cares.
pathway. You guys continue along the road and eventually arrive at the cave entrance, and it's heading into the lower mine system, and that will eventually lead you back to town.
Alright, back in we go then. I'm gonna assume that everybody's taken it. There's been more guards setting up down there too. Yep.
So, upon entering the mine, you hear some voices is echoing through from the cave. That definitely sounds like arguing.
Oh.
You can
So
tell from
there's
the
the-
regional dialect that everyone speaks common, but there's different versions of the common, so different accents. And from the accents, you can tell that one is easily depicted as the Syotan accent, which is like more broad and like European styled, and the other one is more guild, which has more of like an Asian tint to it.
Oh, that's racist.
Look, people
That's-
speak languages differently.
That's not unusual. It's not unusual.
Shut up.
Whatever. It's all right. Let's see.
Look, if you want cultural information, like Theolis is more like European settlements, and like think like Germany, Poland, and a bit of like the Scandinavian zones. That would be Cialis.
Mhm.
And Nauru would be like full on Sweden, Norway, a bit of Denmark.
Be sure you didn't mean defer to your turn.
That's racist.
Menrith is very Menrith is like Turkey, a bit of Middle Eastern, and then Egypt, South African, and then if we go more off to the eastern side of, if that's where we're getting things like Chinese, and eventually Japanese if we go over to the Red Panda zone.
Yay.
'Cause,
That is the cultures I have been basing my world off.
Fair enough.
Cool.
whatever
Yes.
works.
You guys enter into the cave systems, and upon entering, Ren, you immediately spot they currently got their back to you, but they are basically the standard infantry for the guild.
So they now know about the mines as well.
Well, I don't know about the mine per se because this is a cave system underneath the mine. This is what the guild were digging. This is what the cultists dug out to get into the mine system that's above you.
Hmm.
They may not know about the mine, but they definitely know about this cave system now.
What are they arguing?
I'll go for your
Price of rice in China.
no. So these two guys are just on guard, like protecting the entrance to the cave. The voices from down on the cave systems here, two sides. That's basically the guild is demanded entrance into the further cave system, and it sounds like the Seotans who are in the area are denying them access.
Oh, whatever.
Well, those dicks.
That ain't gonna go well, is it?
So technically, you guys know that the guild would have like authority here because this cave system is part of the mountain system that is in their territory. However, you know that if they do go down into this cave system, they're going to find your illegal mining system.
That we're just gonna blame on the cultists anyways.
I mean, he's not wrong. He could just blame it on the cultists.
And we have Leona with us, and she'd most certainly agree that maybe the cultists set it up to curry favor with their gods. Then again, wait, do demons hate silver, or is that just werewolves only?
That's werewolf.
Silver's more of a magical creatures enemy, not really demons.
So demons don't count as magical creatures.
No, demons are their own entity.
Okay.
Magical creatures are like unicorns and griffins and werewolves and stuff like that.
So if I stab a unicorn with silver, it'll hurt it extra. Got it.
It'll hurt it extra. Okay.
Sounds good. So I guess we'll just move in.
I'm sure
because-
I'm sure that demon lords wouldn't mind some silver. I mean, they could use it to punish, like, the magical creature followers.
That's the angle you want to go, and sure.
And also to fund their illegal operations.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you can, if you want, you can attempt to just push past these guards, or main argument appears like deeper within the cave.
All right, so you ain't really gonna care.
So do we ask? So I guess we just ask if we can go through.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Like, they're also
You approach
asking
the two guards who are currently got their backs against the nearby walls and like keeping an eye out on the entrance. They look you up and down, and obviously you and Haiti and Vox will definitely stand out like Theoten soldiers. But when they notice, like, do you have any like distinguishing marks on your uniform, Leslie, to show that you're guild, or you just look like an everyday adventurer?
I would probably have something that recognizes me as part of the guild.
Alright, so in that case, once they notice you're like identifying marks, they give you a small nod and let you through.
Yay, they
Alright.
recognize my Nazi uniform.
Oh, no.
Really? That's what you're going for?
No, that's a joke, Olt. I of course don't have a Nazi uniform. We don't even know what Nazis are.
I don't know what Nazi sucks.
Oh, hey, look, the Templar Orders arrived.
So, Colt, entering into the cave systems, you find very heated discussion. And on one side, you have the guild demanding entrance into the cave system, and then on the other, you have a small force of Theotans and denying them and having blockaded this shaft, preventing them from moving forward.
Yeah, I point out Sir Voxel to the Templars and the Seotans and just like, we're gonna be going through to report back, okay?
The Theotans and immediately like stand at attention as soon as Voxel comes into view, recognizing his rank.
We just want to get back to report on our dealing with the cultists, all right?
The knight stands at attention, does
Cult
a
what?
salute.
What's
What?
a cult?
What?
What?
Leona's very smart, but remember, she doesn't know cults.
Those
Oh,
I'm
idiots
sure.
that tried to kill us back in that town.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure would have. Yeah, I think like on the way we would have explained what.
No, she didn't ask, but yeah, basically they're they worship demons and they tried to kill us.
as you witnessed firsthand.
Yeah, they suck. We don't.
That's the gist.
I don't know. I'm still making up my mind on that.
Yep. Alright.
Hey.
Well, the knight salutes Voxel and allows your group to move forward. But if as you guys begin to pass, the guild tries to like move through with you, causing the like Theotans to narrow themselves around you. We just stop the guild from going with you.
Oh, bloody hero.
Just let them through.
I'm tiny. I can.
Yeah,
do
you
it.
guys can slip through because they're not going to stop you, but they are actively making sure the guild isn't able to follow you through.
Just let them
These
through.
tits.
Well, it is part of the cultist investigation, so.
Let them through. Seriously, what are you afraid they're gonna find?
The mine?
Something that we're gonna lie about super hard.
I mean, seriously, you
You
could
mean
just
the mine
blink.
the cultists opened?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, the more you hide it, like this is me not talking as a character. This is me talking as a player. The more you hide it, the more suspicious it's gonna seem that you guys are defending a mine when they finally do get through.
Well, I mean, they're probably already find it suspicious to begin with.
Exactly.
True, but these guys are just following orders, remember? These are
Mhm.
NPC units, that's...
I see they've been keeping busy. Or are those just the bodies we had from last time?
So come on, just let them through. Voxel.
Yeah, alright, fine.
Look, it'll be fine.
Alright. At your command, the Theotans step forward and the guild moves through.
least they got the elevator up and running. At least now I don't have to try climbing up at full plate.
Whoa.
By that I
Where
mean
am-
anime full plate.
Where am I? Oh, there I am. God, I was like so tiny. I'm so tiny, I can barely see myself.
Can Voxel even actually get on that elevator properly?
He can if he's the only one on it at one time.
Go ahead. I'll
Makes
catch up.
sense. He doesn't have to take off his armor, does he?
No, it's meant to hold
Ah.
something his
Ult,
size.
you have a very, very large preponderance to wanting to see Sir Voxel naked. Is there something I should know?
But she just into lizards. She has a
Alright,
dragon after all.
Alright, Shardies, let's get on the elevator first and
Yay!
wait for everyone else.
Should we
Yay.
make sure it supports Voxel first?
Nah, it's fine.
No, I think we should let Voxel be last because at least then we're not all stranded down below.
Yep.
See? Plus, they've had plenty of time to work on it.
Me and the two short ones will go up first.
All right.
Aren't you
You
wearing
guys
heavy armor
rise
though?
into. You guys rise into the upper mine.
Yeah. So we're the knights, and they made it down on this thing, okay?
Eventually, you guys arrive into the actual mine shaft of the Theotans, in which, upon entering, you immediately realize that this is once again an active mine. There are plenty of there are people working and bringing silver out, and it's heavily guarded by the Theotan salt infantry.
Alright.
They wasted
Never
no
mind.
time getting this silver, blood pumping once again.
Lol.
Well, when we found it, we had to do something with it.
Exactly. Can't let it go to waste.
We wanted to see what exactly they were looking for.
That too.
Yeah, there's obviously got to be something else here, and all this silver is in the way, so we're moving it out.
Yes.
Sounds legit.
Well, in that case, you guys arrive safely back at Farpost.
Yay!
Yay.
So as you begin to enter in town, it's late at night. Sun has completely set. Most of the buildings have closed up for the night.
Luckily, we have an apartment.
So about your apartment, and do you all? Because here's the thing, as like military officials, Voxel and Haiti both have one free accommodation, but also have supplies, rations, and so on. Also, speaking of which, Brighter, you had no food for this day, so unless someone is willing to lend you rations, you take
lend
a D4 of
rations.
damage.
Alright. Oh, there's that problem solved then.
Alright, so I'll mark off 2 rations instead of 1.
Are we gonna refill our rations though?
Well, you haven't gone shopping yet.
I need a chicken.
So you guys just gonna you going to sleep first, or you can report now?
We should perhaps report.
Fair enough.
The group of you make your way up to the Lord's mansion, and you enter in and request the audience of the current leader of the town. And eventually you'll lead up to his office. Sitting behind his desk in basically his nightgown is the young Lord who has been placed in charge of this town for the time being.
Hooray. Guess we'll tell him that we
Lord Orban.
took care of the cultists and burned their town down.
Also,
Yep,
should tell him
exactly.
that if the what do you call it? Ask the guild asked that mine was there by the cultists.
Yes, it was there when we found it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It was there when we arrived. That's the lie they gave me.
Also, we found out where the necromancer's hiding.
Well, where? Do they even know about the necromancers?
Lord Brighton, Lord Orban, and looks up a bit surprised as his eyes darting around and goes, "The necromancer? What necromancer?"
Yeah. Perhaps shouldn't have mentioned it to him.
Don't worry about it.
No, but he's just trying to temporarily lead a town. He doesn't need to know. You can't just say, "Oh, we're going to be heading out for a bit to mysterious territory."
Just gonna go clean up more cultists.
Yeah. Take care of more problems so you don't have to deal with them.
We're not bands.
I mean, technically, he might be a follower of the same cult as the other cultists we took out.
What, you want us to check him out right now?
I'm just saying.
I think he's just some guy who got thrust into a job and is not now trying to deal with everything at once.
Yeah, Orban's desk is like littered with new paperwork that he has to fill out. Most of it he doesn't even understand what it's for. Most of it.
The poor fucker.
Dude, he's a
Also, what
secretary.
are my
Look,
account?
he's only like 19. He was like 7th in line to get this position, but all of a sudden people in front of him died.
That sounds oddly suspicious.
Yeah, it's not like they were
Yeah.
executed or anything during a hostage negotiation situation or anything.
Yes.
Right.
That's on you,
Yeah, yeah.
Leona.
Yes, absolutely mysterious circumstances, weren't they?
The most mysterious.
You know, we should
In
now
a
develop.
way.
We should now divert our efforts on the necromancer to investigate this, so we can uncover the truth that apparently he's behind it all. So to get this position he doesn't want.
I think we'll just, like I said, we're going to rest up and restock, and then we're going to go take care of more problems so he has less to deal with.
Yeah, we can
Alright.
also probably get him like an advisor or something.
Yeah, we need to get him.
Hello?
I mean, like the secretary for the previous.
Okay, so
Oh, no, she's dead.
Island.
She was second in charge, and now she's also dead.
Okay, so I kind of lagged out, and the
Yep.
last thing I heard was getting him an advisor.
That was about it.
Oh, we're saying we should get him an advisor, but it's only been 2 days. He hasn't had a chance to get a secretary/advisor.
Because the last one ended up dying during a hostage situation. How mysterious.
Anyways, let's go get some rest, I suppose.
Totally
Alright.
not the fault of us.
And while Vox
So,
is back to his people, letting them know he found the necromancer.
Oh, that was great.
alright, so three of you have an apartment that you can go to. On another hand, Haiti and also Vauxhall, you have your military accommodation that you can stay in that town. Done. You have your coffin, which I think is currently in the prison.
So we could get that.
And then Leslie, where are you staying, Leslie? Are you trying to bug up with these guys, or are you going to get an inn?
Do you mean Leona?
Leona.
He's so used to my absolute murder rage that he's just calling me Leslie.
Look, you picked a character that also starts with an L. It's going to happen.
That is true.
Fair enough.
Can I?
Like when
can-
3 of our characters started with a U.
Yes, done. You can bunk at the apartment. We will get your coffin back there.
Like I do have that question, Blue. Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I staying? Because I'm an ambassador.
Well, you were lent an inn during the negotiating period, but that's been like dissolved because of the cultist attack. At the current time, you have nowhere to stay.
Well, there's the
You can try to bunk up with these guys, but they only have 3 beds.
I'm
So you'll be
bunking up with
sleeping on the
Haiti.
floor.
I have a coffin, so I don't have to worry.
I'm sleeping with Haiti.
All right.
I'm sleeping with robot boobs.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Where's his coffin at?
It's
in
in
The
the prison.
prison.
Like,
Somebody
under
should bring
watch,
that
there's-
coffin.
2 guards constantly standing watch over this coffin and waiting for Dunn to reappear there so they can stab it in case he's done something bad.
Yes, I died. Yes.
crap.
Well, generally when you die, it's because you got into a fight. Right? And because you got into a fight, it's probably because you fought someone who you shouldn't have.
Either that or I just die from like random
It's gonna be
magic.
great because you guys are gonna get to the other side of the fucking world, and Dunn's gonna die and go back to Farpost.
Oh god, he is.
Yeah.
So unless you buy a
Sorry, wait.
wagon to carry the coffin around with you,
Is it a tiny little thing? Just have someone carry it on their back like Voxel.
that's gonna be very heavy. It's a coffin. Like even a
Okay,
child's
fair
coffin is quite heavy.
No, it's fine. I'll just put
Which
wheels
it
on
would
it.
be. It would be a coffin for a child.
Oh.
We can attach some wheels to it.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'll turn it into a car.
Oh my
You know,
god.
no race car beds.
Sounds amazing.
It's gonna be like I'm gonna drive around my coffin like one of the wacky racers.
You've given him wheels. This may have been a bad idea.
I don't need a mount anymore. My coffin is my mount.
That is true.
And then
Alright.
Dunn runs away because no one can catch him.
The
That's true.
difference
car
between warlock,
which has a
sorcerer, and
movement speed
wizard.
of 80 kilometers an hour.
Wait, did you just see 80 miles an hour?
Kilometers.
Alright, so you guys rest up. Basically all huddled together in a apartment which wasn't made for like 5 people, and now you have a 3-person apartment that now has 5 people living in it, so it's a very cramped and resting area. But you guys
That's
wake up
putting
the
it
next
lightly.
morning. Also, you now also have a dragon living in an apartment as well, which
Oh,
wasn't there
God.
previously.
It's not that big. Nothing to worry about.
They
No, it's fine. I'm tiny, so you know.
Yeah.
yes, and Vox
so
was the
am I.
size of 2 people, so
But he has his own bed.
yes, but still, you're in an apartment that wasn't made for all these people to be living in it now. So it's a very cramped sleep, but you manage to get through it into the next morning.
We'll find comfortableness. It's like a pile of dogs. They'll find each other comfortable. Like, truth be told, I could probably just curl up on Voxel's chest and like a cat.
That is kind of true. You could do that.
I'm not sure how comfy it would be though.
So
No, it's fine. I'm
Voxel, I
no,
sleep in a coffin.
no, it's fine. I'm comfortable on Hades' chest.
I sleep in a coffin. Can it be more comfortable than that?
You
Like,
know,
well, the coffin's padded.
yeah, you're in the coffin, and they slide the coffin under Voxel's bed to save
There
room.
we go.
I mean, his bed would have to be big enough to hold him, so why not?
yeah.
Yeah, so you guys wake up the next morning and another nice sunny day in Farpost.
Son.
Well, you're basically in Africa, so you're gonna have a lot of sun.
Darn it.
Oh god, it would be hot there, wouldn't it?
Like, this is the African region, and if we were going off like what the world would look like,
Hmm.
Is there a Damien running
Yes.
Make a survival.
I mean, so
roll.
far you discovered a rhino, so it is possible that there might be African animals here.
loud?
Although we did establish that Damien is from Seoul, so that means that lions are from up there.
That is true.
So there may
True.
not be a Damien down here.
Well, then
Probably
again,
some other giant cat-like creature that lives here instead.
that'd be weird.
Well, there are leopards.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I'm just waiting to
So,
find a
my
demon
question
to
is-
marry.
My question is, how do you guys plan to get down to the necromancer?
First, we need to get some supplies. Not sure how we're going to get a wagon and supplies together, but that's probably the best choice.
Oh,
of
you have
action.
money, you can buy them.
Yeah, but I don't know. Can we afford that?
I can
Everything
charm
is
people.
expensive.
Oh well, I can charm one person.
Yes, you could charm a
Alright,
shopkeeper.
Giving you slight vision on your token so you can see that is your destination.
Oh yay! And we don't want to go across that Cthulhu Lake.
Oh yeah, Ren.
What's
You know
up?
that side story you invented with
Yeah.
the things? Here's the lake from it.
Oh God, that is the Cthulhu Lake.
Yep, that is the Elder God Lake that you created. Look, I even put the town that you created here
A comb.
Time to cross
with the
it.
with the gold demon. That wasn't actually a gold demon. It was
Where's the place?
Right here.
the town Ren invented next to the lake of Cthulhu.
Metal.
So we're gonna end. So how is this gonna work? Are we gonna end up getting there and encounter and see it raining gold, or
No, because Ren's storyline took place, I think, in before, like it took place before our first campaign, which means is it would have taken place like 5,000 something years ago, current times. So you got two options.
Oh my god! I just realized that there was another done 5,000 years ago.
Was
done
he
is
a
eternal? Done is
Was he a
everywhere.
kobold?
He was not a kobold. He was a frog at that time.
All right.
But
Reincarnation.
yeah, there you go.
All right. So, I guess get a wagon and supplies together because we're gonna need them.
So yes, which way would you like to go? If you head west, you'll be going through human territory, which is aligned with the Seotans. If you head west, you would have to try and forge your way through the guild territory. Or if you want to risk it, you can head down and get a boat across the lake. But
Why do I feel that would be a really bad idea?
Considering it's a Cthulhu Lake.
Yeah, let's not do that.
But Cthulhu Lake was like 5,000 years ago, so that presence of the elder gods isn't as strong, but still. Ren, you know from the stories that it's not a very nice place.
No, it is not.
Time to swim it.
No.
Like
Yeah,
the town of
I think-
Mirstone, which is on the eastern side, just down here. You've heard stories all the time, Ren, that like that's like a fucking cursed town. Like no one goes down there because everyone there is fucking miserable. They're always sick and requesting capital.
Hmm.
Just a place that you've been told like your whole life, you just don't go there. You can help it.
All right, let's not go there.
So, what's your guys' travel plans? Walk me through this.
Alright, well, I mean, we could go from town to town. We got parties right here, so we could go from there to Larnwick. Larnwick to perhaps this one right here, Toway or whatever it is. And
Toway?
then just head down to Torain or Metelli, whatever it is. And then after that, head down to Lipster. So what do you think? That sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Guys interested in buying anything before you leave?
I
thinking
can
wagon
buy
and
jack
supplies,
shit.
if we can afford that much anyway, because we do need to restock.
What is in this town? That
There is a blacksmith, a tailor, and you guys are living on top of a herbalist. Town has yet to acquire a carpenter, so you have like bare minimum furniture.
is there a
Yeah.
possibility that I can get a stronger robe of AC?
How much money do you have?
Let me see. Give me a moment.
Yeah, we're either going to have to grind or
I have 34 gold and 52
No, you
silver.
can't.
Damn.
First upgrade is
That's
at 50.
yeah, we would probably need to grind or something.
That's a +1 robe of defense, 50 GP. Must be at least twice. And you have to be level 3 to use it, which you are. So